It's been so long since the fall of Heteronia that only the elders amongst the elves remember. Legend tells that a mountain came through the village and left only rubble and glitter in its wake. Since then, there have been quiet stories of chaotic bandits, queer tricksters, and mischievous envies. Some view these beings as outlanders, and others as folk heroes. While the people of this world have never had a problem with the community per se, the lore of these mythic figures have led to drag balls posting "no crimes here" on their doors, just to make clear where they stand, even as they roll their perfectly lined eyes at the absurdity of it all. Lesbians laugh over iced coffees, sharing the silly stories the more superstitious villagers concoct. Any educated or respectable citizen knows that these stories are just stories, meant to dissuade your daughters from running away with the first dashing Amazonian she meets. But stories have a funny way of refusing to remain fiction. The villagers noticed the spike in crime before the city guard, toppled monuments, orphanages funded by highway robbery, the occasional targeted political assassination. Most agreed it was better to look the other way. But good stories never remain hidden long. Rumors sprout like dandelions, blowing from tavern to tavern, of a new organization, a criminal syndicate unlike any we've seen before. They don't have a name, but the locals call them the Alphabet Mafia. They're mysterious, subversive, and above all, incredibly gay. Organized crime has never been so fabulous. Welcome to Be Gay, Do Crime.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Be Gay, Do Crime, the D&D show where I send these beautiful misfits on missions for the Alphabet Mafia to further the gay agenda through illegal means, or at least I will, once they successfully join. Because right now they are but wee babies, and I'm going to give them a quick chance to introduce themselves. So, Ellie, could you tell me who you are and where I might find you on the internets?
Hi, I'm Ellie. I play video games and I do stuff on Twitch sometimes. I play Dungeons and Dragons and League of Legends, and that's it. Twitch.tv/Elifaine. That's me.
That's you!
That's me.
Exclamation players, follow them all. And Elia, could you tell me a little bit about Arcadia and maybe just a tawdry piece of gossip?
Yes. So Arcadia is a half-elf paladin of Venus. And something you might not know is that she's not proud of this. But on her darkest days, when she's been strapped for cash, she sold sailors pictures of her feet.
You mean paintings?
Paintings of her feet.
She sells minor illusion cantrips of her feet.
Yes.
Oh
She's
my
not
God.
proud, but a girl's gotta hustle sometimes, you know?
Absolutely incredible. Adrienne, hello. Who are you? Where do I find you?
Hello. You can find me across all social medias as the Adrienne Driggs. Same name, spelling all across the places and the things. And for this campaign, I'm playing a character named Titus, pronouns they, them. And they are a fire genasi artificer with a glass blowing focus. And gossip. So Titus has an artificer and glass blower. They typically like to try to create things, but unfortunately have the misfortune to have a bad habit of blowing things up a lot. a lot.
Sometimes fire go boom.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you just gotta break things to make things.
A super fun fact is that in this world we're playing in the city of Oxvale, evocation magic is illegal. Hey, okay. Let's hop on over to Fenice. Hey, Fen. Who are you? Where do I find you?
Hello, everybody. I am Fenice Starlight. You can find me at twitch.tv/Fenice Starlight. Very easy. I am a variety streamer. I do a little bit of everything, and I'm an RP host, and I'm very happy to be here. I'm an RP ho, and I cannot lie, okay?
My natural state is impersonating fictional characters. Hi. Yeah.
Yeah, hi, this is me. Hello.
Amazing. And who is Eden, and what is a bit of gossip I might glean about her?
1 second, guys. I actually totally forgot to put my mic on my scene.
Imagine having a microphone. Okay, while you're doing that, can I just take a minute to just like gush about how amazing everybody looks? Like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm wearing a shirt with 7 wolves on it, and they're out here.
Best shirts ever, though. Like, seriously, you know how many books I sold in book fairs so I could get the shirts with wolves?
Really?
A lot. Oh, yeah. Wolves and tigers, man.
Wait,
and dragons if they have it.
Hold on. Sorry, book fair. You sold books at a book fair?
Well, book drive. Like, we would do book drives to raise money for, like, school sports or something. Cross mixing nerds and sports.
But where did the t-shirts come in?
Yeah, like, where did the t-shirts go? Like,
was it like a prize for selling the most books? Like, I don't...
Yeah, well, didn't you guys ever go to a school where, like, they had programs that they partnered with these companies where you were helping them sell their merchandise, and then if you sold...
No!
That sounds like child labor.
It's just like the Girl Scouts and cookies, except for we got to do it for school and raise money that, like, a portion of it went to our school, like, sports and stuff. Like, if we wanted to go to, like, an out of town cross country meet or
like,
something.
instead of a bake sale, you just like shilled.
Yeah.
You know what?
That was like a total 2000s, man. That was a big thing. Like, your guys' schools didn't do that? Like, we did it all the time.
I used to sell like candy at a stand at school, but I would eat it all. And I would like come out owing money at the end of every shift I had at the candy stand. Anyway.
Anyway, I think I figured it out. Chat,
Okay.
Am I live?
Yeah.
I think I am. I think my sound is live finally. I just didn't put the microphone in the scene. Like, you guys, they could hear you. Me? No, I was muted. Anyway, my character's name is Eden. She's an Adrienne of Springport, so she's a Fae elf. And she is a wild magic sorcerer.
Recording in progress.
Oops, sorry.
And I was like, recording in progress. Thank you. And I have been arrested probably more times than I have actually paid a night stay somewhere in the city since I got here.
Out of character, right?
No.
Out of character crimes.
Out of character, we don't talk about those.
Hey, Twitch Daddy, crimes are bad and drugs are bad, and that no one should ever do them. This is all haha jokes. Please don't ban me.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm in California, so like,
Okay. This makes me very happy because you know what? Guess where we're starting our very first episode. Everybody, step 1, welcome to jail. So we are going to start with just outside of a city guard outpost on the edge of Oxvale. And Eden, you are being hustled in by a very charming tiefling paladin that you may have met before. This is Demona. Demona is a paladin of the Crop Top Guard, known specifically for always wearing midriff revealing armor as a sign of bravery.
I love it.
So whatever you did to get here, Demona is kind of escorting you to jail, and kind of walking you through that front desk. And she says to you, well, Eden, you really did it this time. Was it worth it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. You understand, like, I'm the paladin, right? I'm the paladin. You're supposed to at least pretend to not.
Oh, let me do it again.
Okay, let's try again. Okay, Eden. I don't believe it, actually. It's not sincere at this point. Listen, we've had some good times. Arresting you has been the highlight of my week. Every week for a while now. But
You're welcome.
But things have escalated. It's out of my control, and I just want you to know that I would never do this to you. Okay?
Oh, that is so nice.
Well, let's see. We'll see. And like, just listen.
Yeah.
If you get out, and she's gonna hand you a sending stone. Just like maybe call me. I'm not gonna be tracking you anymore, so like I might need some help to find you.
I will keep this close to my heart, and she'll put it in her like corset.
Okay, cool. So remember this, and don't remember what's about to happen right now. And she pushes open the door to the guard, and there, standing in front of you, is a very different figure. Susan. Susan from the Order of the Inverted Bob. Now, there are a lot of guards in this city, and they have very different personalities. But this has been a big party night, so they called in the big guns. They called in the Inverted Bobs. She takes one look at you, and she's like, goes, "Oh my God, what are you wearing?" And Demona says, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I have to go return to my post."
I wink at Demona.
She kind of could, I wanted her to like wink back, but she tries to, you see her go to start winking and then like kind of back up a little because she is very aware of Susan watching her and she does fear Susan. Yes. So Susan is going to Demona. Sorry. Demona, get out of here. Demona, go. Let the adults deal with this now. And
Bye, Demona.
Remember me. And with that, you are brought into the jail. So you are in this little front area here, kind of like the waiting area. This is not a proper jail. This is a city guard outpost in the part of Oxvale near the revel you were attending. And it is the kind of wee hours of the night. I say this, it hasn't hit midnight yet, but it's a summer solstice. And so it's still light out a little. It's like still in that twilight phase. But this place is packed. Like you've been arrested enough time to know how like a normal amount of criminals to have in the jail at any given time. It is a weird amount of criminals to have in the jail. And most of them are just drunk out of their minds. Susan gestures for you to sit on a bench, and you look at
So we are here in this area right here?
Yes. So
Okay.
I can add you to the map if you would like.
I can scooch over. No, I can't. Yeah, please. That would be great.
Here. Look at you.
Oh, perfect.
You should
Look
be
at
able
me.
to move your own
Look
character.
at my little bean over here. There you go.
So there, you're starting at the front there. And it is...
And this room is completely full of
Yes,
people.
those benches, full. There are some people just like sitting on the ground. There's a little fireplace there, and there are just like drunk people cuddling in front of
I am
it.
100% going to the drunk people puddle in front of the fire. Oh my god, I didn't know that the party moved over here. Like, I mean, kind of weird, but okay. And she'll sit down.
And they one of the girls in the little cuddle looks at you, and you just hear her go and then she goes to throw up, but just a bunch of flower petals fall out of her mouth. She goes,
Eden is gonna be like, did I do that?
I don't feel good. And then she goes to get up to leave, and Susan bars the door.
I'm gonna
And
pick one of the flowers that she just vomited.
yeah,
Yeah, put it in my hair.
I love that for you. And great. And then Susan kind of like looks down at you like grossed out. She's like, ugh, okay, you just come on. You're with me. Come on. And she's going to start escorting you to the jail.
Okay, I follow.
Great.
Follow the inverted bob.
Inverted Bob. And she brings you into the jail room. As she comes in, another guard of the inverted Bob, this is Deborah, a different guard, follows her and says, Susan, I got some paperwork on her. Susan, I've got paperwork on her. And Susan looks back. She's like, you have paperwork? Who are you?
Me?
Yes,
Eden. Hello. Who are you?
I'm Susan. I'm a prefect of the Order of the Inverted Bob. Don't you know who I am?
No, I'm new here.
I assure
mean-
you have paperwork. You're literally not.
Yeah, I came through like a month ago.
Okay, out of towners. Coming in for the party nights. We see it every year. All right. And she's going to start rifling through the paperwork that Deborah hands her. And she is going to say, kind of pause and look at one of the sheets. Go, you. She kind of leans in close, looks at you, like too close.
I'll lean closer.
Could you give me an intimidation check, please?
First roll of the
Also, Noam, do you want to take a quick look? Someone was mentioning in chat about there's some issues with the donation page.
12.
Oh no.
I can't troubleshoot that right now, and Adrienne has set that
I will
up.
look.
Thank
I will
you.
look.
So with a
12.
12, she's pretty
Didn't roll real well.
tough. Yeah, no. She kind of looks, and you look at her, and she looks at you, and you look at her.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't necessarily trying to intimidate her. I'm just following.
You
I'm just
could've,
like mirroring
Mhm.
like her. Like I'm just like
Yeah. She goes, well, you don't look that dangerous to me, but I suppose if that's what they say. All right, we're gonna... Susan, get me the keys for the arcane holding cell.
ooh, that sounds fancy. Is that the VIP place?
It's a holding cell. You go there because you're a criminal?
I beg to differ, but it's okay.
Okay, whatever. And she is going to unlock and throw you in this holding cell, which has a sort of these arcane bright ruins on the ground, and lock it behind you. Few things you notice here. in your new position. First off, in the cell that you're in, there is another person who you have met before when previously arrested. This is a full fashion queen in the most over-the-top drag, bouffant, brightly colored, a mage that you know as... Hold on, I got an art for you. It won't be this many, I promise.
Oh,
We're just going through them quickly. Hi. Meet Kai Cantrip, the mage who you share the holding cell with. And across from you, you see a fire genasi, a very dashing androgynous fire genasi who is in a mundane holding cell. So, Titus,
Yeah.
you have... I don't know how long you've been in jail. We'll figure that out in a flashback.
I don't know either.
But what are you doing? You're in this tiny little holding cell. What are you up to?
Right now, I am fidgeting a little bit with some random junk and bits of things I have found around on the floor. And it just looks like I'm kind of fussing with things, but it looks like string, maybe a nail, just a few random pieces of junk I've found about my cell, and I'm just kind of tinkering lazily about, not really concerned.
Perfect. And then next to them, in another holding cell, you see someone who's sort of holding back. There's a window, and they're kind of hugging to the shadows, keeping out of the way, in the sort of mysterious way that certain criminals are wont to do. Eden, what do you do?
Kai, hello. It's so nice to see you here. What are you doing?
Eden, sweetie, I got arrested again.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, again, we got the arcane holding cell. That means they're scared of us. We're doing something right.
Yeah, I mean, nobody ever told me I'm dangerous. Like, that's kind of exciting.
Really?
Yeah.
You know,
Like, I mean, I do all the things I have done to get arrested, like, back in the Feywilds, like, all the time. That's, like, normal, you know?
I've told you once. I got to tell you again. You really got to stop telling people you're from the Feywild.
Why?
Because there aren't any Fey here.
Well, then everybody should be glad that I'm here.
I'm glad you're here. Don't get that. Hey, honey, come here. And she like brings you into a hug. You're doing great, sweetie.
Thank you. This place is just weird, you know? There's like so many rules. And I never really had rules in my life. And then like I'm very confused. And like there's a lot of things that you can't do. And like most of the things you can't do. And like I don't understand why.
So on the list of things you can't do that you've really been struggling with, arson is a big one. And stealing, that's another one.
But what is stealing?
All right, okay, hold on. They confiscated my spell books. Yeah, this stupid ring. And she's going to kind of kick at the glowing rings on the ground that are sort of just like pulsating with energy. This is a kind of, the main area, the sort of waiting area of the guards area was nice. It had a cozy atmosphere despite all the drunk people. But this is definitely a holding cell. It has the sort of just stone everywhere, the iron bars that might sting your skin a little if you touch them. And it feels quite sterile and dead, except for, the occasional guard that passes in front of the cells. But the ground beneath you, it has a hum to it. And you never noticed this when you were being kept in the other holding cells. But it's got a little buzz. And Kai says to you, yeah, they did this. Now I can't cast. It's the worst. It's, you spend all these years learning. This one person draws a little squiggly line on the ground. Now we're stuck here.
Is it? But are we really stuck here?
Yeah, I think so.
If I maybe could have a way to get you on the outside, then could you cast things?
Well, I haven't got my books, but I could try. I got some cantrips. They put it in my name. But
I mean,
just keep it down though, okay?
Sorry.
All right. So rule number 3 about being a criminal: you can't talk about jailbreaks at full volume.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
really?
All right.
Okay.
Titus, you overhear all of this. This is not a quiet conversation.
You know, if you were to be considering such a venture, I may or may not know of some useful information that would be advantageous to the expedition of departure, you know?
And Kai is gonna like lean against the bars to look at you across the hall.
Eden was also like looking at you like,
She's like,
hi. Friends.
And they're still twining around with like string bits and stuff.
you know, the only thing that makes you more wanted than being a criminal is being a fugitive. So we need to think. And when she says, you hear a scoff from the shadowed figure in the corner. She's like, "Oh, not you again. Shut up." But you, fire one. What are you? I don't know.
Yeah.
Why are you in here?
Well,
Smash cut. Let's do a flashback.
Flashback moment.
Because I have no
Dun, dun,
idea why
dun.
you're here, and so we are going to hop over to a new scene. Inverted Bob donated $5 to be gay. Thank you, I appreciate you. So this is an artificer's workshop. And we are going to add you here so you can move around the scene as you wish, although there is no one else in the scene, so whatever, live your life. It is the night of the summer solstice. So you are working at, this is not your atelier. You are working at the atelier of Bort Mac, the artificer. And Bort is been like doing some blacksmithing. And you are just trudging away at your work. And all behind you, like outside, you can hear the sounds of the revels starting. You can hear the partying, the shouts, the sort of discordant music, because where you are in the city, you kind of get like the crossfade of like the 5 different bands that are playing in different parts. And you are working away. And Bort kind of comes up to you. He goes, Titus, you all right to lock out tonight? I'm hoping to go join in on that party.
you mean like I do every night?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. The model employee and whatever. Just, are you sure? Now, listen. I know I should be grateful that you're so devoted to the craft, but have you ever thought about just like letting loose a little? Just going out and having a night on the town?
I've had many nights out on the town. Usually with fire.
Okay, there's a lot of fire in here, so I'm just gonna ask you to keep that right on under control. I'm just saying, I appreciate you working late, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. You've been here a
if
long.
I don't, it doesn't get done. You know that.
Yeah, I know, but I appreciate you I just don't want to see you burn yourself out. Get it? Because you're a fire.
Because I'm a what?
You know.
Hmm?
I'm gonna go anyway. You have a great night. Happy solstice. I'll have an extra glass of wine for you.
Yes, do that.
All right, Titus. All right. All right. Okay. And he kind of just like shrinks a little as he walks away. Like you are his employee, but you definitely like
I run the shop.
you run the shop. You go back to working away. My question is, what are you working on?
Well, we get many, many very intricate commission work pieces. And I always like to add my own little flair to things, which is why we get so much good business, because the flair is good, you know. It's flaring.
It's flaring.
But, you know, sometimes the flair is just a little too bright. And so I'm tinkering away on a request. Someone has asked me to make a beautiful object. I'm making a glass orb for viewing that's supposed to go into someone's art gallery. And they had some requests to make the ingredients interesting for how they wanted the swirls and details to be. And in my opinion, what's interesting may or may not be incandescent in different ways under pressure.
Fantastic. Okay, so you are working away and you're like in the zone, you know, when you're just like working so hard that like the world falls away. You don't notice the time passing, and all those echoes from outside, all the sounds of revelry in the distance are just completely deafened to you. Instead, all you hear is the churning of the kilns and the fires and furnaces around you. And it's so hot in here. It is so hot that handling the metals or even the stone would burn most people, but you do so comfortably in a way that feels normal to you. And you're working away, and you feel like just behind your left ear, you hear a little whisper. But it's not quite decipherable, but you hear, it's like there's someone there.
You know, I do think I'm going to go ahead and add that little bit of powder I've been playing with. Should spruce this up a little bit. And I sprinkle in a very sparkly, glittery dust that has a little bit of a neon subtle glow to it. May or may not be toxic.
Amazing. Could you give me a sleight of hand check?
Let's see.
I'm going to say that this is, despite being you're in, I know this is your intelligence, this is your crafting, but what you're doing right now is specifically very fine dexterity. You are trying to use this noxious powder and get it into the glass without causing any disruptions.
I rolled. It's not showing in the virtual tabletop. I rolled it through the campaign though.
On your character
rolled.
sheet in D&D Beyond?
Yeah. Well, I clicked on it from the virtual tabletop, so I'm in above VTT, and I just clicked on my character sheet from there. But it shows virtual tabletop not found, which is funny because we're in the virtual tabletop. Like I'm looking at the map of the.
Okay. Well, do you have a physical die you can use?
Oh, I can switch over to the D&D Beyond too.
Yeah,
'cause I had
I
that
think
up.
if you do that, it'll show up anyway. It just might not be having connection issues. We knew there was going to be tech issues on day one, so it's fine.
If you
If
roll
there
from
wasn't-
your character sheet in D&D Beyond, it rolls on here automatically.
Okay. Yes. I was hoping to just have one page open. I guess not.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me go ahead and roll. It's really sad too. It says no virtual tabletop found though. Why? What? I'm okay. Whatever. We'll find out. I'm gonna try once more from here. Well, that was even a better roll. So the first one was an 18. This one's a 22.
Ooh, okay.
Um,
I'll take that roll.
okay.
So you watch as this sort of noxious iridescent powder just starts swirling into the globe that you're creating, and it starts swirling, and it keeps swirling, and it starts to almost pick up speed and move faster, and then you hear the whisper again over your other ear.
My hands start to itch a little, and I can't help but reach out and start heating the glass orb now that has this glowing, toxic swirl of color and adding heat to it from my hand.
As you do that, behind you, you hear an almost like frenzy, like the sound of the audience right while the orchestra starts to hush, that moment where they're all in their tuning and it's discordant and everybody's in these quiet chatters and hush. And then all of a sudden, all together, it goes quiet. And the room around you drops away. And you stare into the orb and all you see is this swirl. This iridescent swirl takes over your vision and sucks you in until you don't see your hands handling it anymore. All you see is its movement and glistening like a nebula that is starting to pull you into it and around. And then you see a blinding flash of light as the nebula reaches for you. Could you give me a wisdom saving throw?
Ooh. Ooh. Wisdom. Yes. Did it show up? It shows up on my sheet here to the right. Do you guys see it in the game log?
Mm-mm.
You got to tell me. I don't have the game log open. Plus, I like it when
okay.
you say it. It's fun for
16.
me.
I got a 16.
Okay. So this thing reaches for you, and you feel as that nebula you are watching grabs you, and you become part of it. You don't have a corporeal body, but you feel the fire inside of you speak to the fire inside of it as it is moved and harmonious. And then the whispers start up quietly, and the nebula seems to pull away. And you start to see just the hazy outline of your fingers, like it's little tendrils pulling off of it. And you come back into the room, and you are on fire. And so is everything around you. What do you do?
Oh, he's gonna be mad. Where'd the orb go? The orb still exists.
You look, and the orb, it's not in your hands, but it is in the sort of like furnace you were working in, floating, suspended in the fire.
I reach out and start adding more heat again to it. I'm like, it's not done, obviously. I've gotta...
You reach into the fire?
Yeah.
Great. Could you give me a wisdom saving throw?
This is not my strong stat. 17.
The flame feels cool against your skin, like reaching into the brook, into a brook in springtime, you know? And you are able to hold the orb in both your hands, and as you add heat to it, the cacophony of whispers starts again. And you see, for a brief moment, a set of eyes turn and stare at you from the orb. And then it explodes. Could you give me a dexterity saving throw? Hi.
Let's see. dexterity, I have pretty good. 21. I like this table.
Amazing. So you succeed and only take half damage. As you
Wow.
wow. I don't know, I just heard that. You take 8 piercing damage as this thing kind of stabs throughout you. And the fire is on your skin, and you watch as the fire pushes the shards of glass out of your skin, and they tinkle as they hit the stone below you. And you look down and realize you are now standing on obsidian. And that's when you hear it from outside. City guard! Hey, stand down! What? We've had reports of illegal evocation. Illegal evocation. And you are suddenly surrounded by a bunch of buff, burly guards in crop top armor as they escort you to jail. One of them starts casting like water cantrips on you, just trying to extinguish it. Your fire is resistant to being extinguished, though, and it kind of seems to fight back against it. And as they escort you from the building, you're just steaming everywhere. Your clothes stay dry, no matter how much water they put on you. Your silks. Fine. They're fine. They're stronger than ever. They actually have a nice satin to them now. And the guards are sort of trying to figure out how to apprehend you without touching you because you're on fire.
I just walk willing.
Yeah.
I just go willingly.
And they seem like pretty nervous around you as they bring you to jail.
Please make sure you don't touch any of that. I'm gonna need some of that later.
Amazing.
Also, quick question. What level are we supposed to be?
You're level 1. You're little babies. Okay. You're little babies.
Okay. 8 hit points was a lot then.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It would have one-shotted you.
Yeah, almost. If I hadn't rolled so high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on that note, let's go to a quick break. We are going to do some little troubleshooting things.
Yes.
And then we're going to be catching up with our last party member to see what Arcadia has been up to. And we will be back in just a few minutes. Thank you, friends. Be gay, have fun, whatever. You know what I said. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. So please forgive our beautiful audio issues. We have a few things happening right now. One, the donation setup that we had set up for our shared PayPal isn't working. So if you would like to donate, you can donate to, we have changed the link. You can donate to my PayPal and I will just be distributing it evenly amongst the cast. I pinky swear. They're here so they know. Also, I don't know what the music died. It just died. And that's okay. So everyone just sing in your own heart what you think the music would sound like. And also I think y'all are just muted on Zoom.
Oh, I'm just not talking. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, there you go.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Hello.
I will sing for everyone. Perfect.
I sing for you.
Wow. Not for you. Don't sing for me.
No, just for chat. Oh, chat only. Sorry. Only for chat.
Only chat. Okay. Well then, geez, I was just gonna cut to your scene. Maybe I won't now. Maybe there's. Okay, maybe I will. So we are doing a little topsy-turvy with the timeline. So
Topsy-turvy.
no.
Buddha joke. I'm so sorry. Okay.
It was perfect. I
Thank
loved it.
you. Thanks.
Okay. Oops.
Ellie's character dies. Aw.
Aw.
Shit.
God damn, you hate to see it.
Yeah.
So, speaking of Ellie's character, so you are in the middle, the city center of Oxvale, the capital city. And this is a city that is known for being a little uptight. Everything is Gothic architecture. It's all twisted iron spires and fencing with sharp points. It's all manicured gardens and cobblestone. And the entire city is usually quite clean and orderly, but not tonight. This is the summer solstice, and when the city lets loose, and there are revels happening all around you. There are people who are off their rocker on substances maybe known or unknown to you. There are colorful lights and cantrips just flying everywhere. There are just groups of minstrels playing music, and none of it really matches up, but it's all in the same tone. It's all celebration. Everywhere you look, there's celebration. There's food overflowing. There's wine, and even the flowers seem to bloom all around you as you move through the city. And my question is, what is Arcadia doing at this big party?
So, this is Arcadia's first time in Oxvale, in the big city. She's never left her little island paradise before.
Did you come alone or did you come with friends?
I came alone.
Oh.
Yeah, she had heard some whispers across the sea about, how they really go hard in the city on the solstice. She's naturally a curious person. She loves to take part in revelry, and so she put on her brave pants today and teleported over to the city.
Okay, so how do you feel being in the middle of? So you're literally in the center, like a plaza, and there is an actual circle of people dancing around you at this point. Like you stood still for a moment too long, and they have formed a circle around you. And you can't tell if they're like speaking a language you don't know, if they're all just singing really poorly to different songs at the same time. But they are kind of moving around you. Every once in a while, someone comes up to you and like tries to touch one of the seashells in your hair, or hand you a rose that they found. Sometimes people just hand you nothing, their hand's empty, but they're like trying to give you gifts anyway. And what do?
She would absolutely be accepting roses. And in the circle that's forming around her, does it look like anyone is partaking in anything?
Nobody looks sober here.
Okay.
If you want to give me a like medicine check to try and figure out what they're on.
Yes, I would like to do that.
I mean, you know what? It's hard to tell. Maybe they're just having a great time. Maybe just high on life.
Oh God, I got a 7.
Okay, yeah, they're high on life.
They're high on life.
No, okay, so this is not your first exposure to a good time party. This is different than anything that you're sort of, I'm not going to call them a cult. Your island temple gets up to. It's a different tone. But you can definitely tell there is, first off, almost everyone seems to have goblets that are just kind of like sloshing over with something. And there are some people in a lot of different states. So some people come up to you and they're like bleary-eyed. Some people look at you with just like wonder and reverie.
She's gonna try to find those people who look like, yes, they're full of wonder.
Okay, there is one person comes up to you. It's a minotaur. She's a minotaur, and she comes up to you, and she is just like the most wide-eyed. Like when I'm thinking Minotaur, you know how like cow eyes are, where they're like so big and their eyelashes are huge,
Yeah.
and they just have like the cutest face. And she is like, this is a gargantuan person. She is way bigger than you, but she looks at you and just kind of comes up to you, and she has nothing in her hands, and she kind of stands up to you. She goes, wow. And she pulls a rose out of her hair and hands it to you.
Oh,
For you.
for me.
For you.
Whatever for?
You're beautiful. The night is
Thank-
beautiful.
It is. She's gonna take the rose. She actually, I have little roses on my necklace, so I'm gonna say that's where one of them came from. So she's gonna fashion it to her necklace.
Wonderful. Dance with me.
It would be an honor.
Oh. And she is going to kind of just like pick you up and like start like jauntily dancing around. Would you know how to? Thank you. Would you know how to dance like a foxtrot or like something like a fervored like a
I would say
fast-paced
yes.
dance?
Yes.
Okay. Could you give me a dexterity check with advantage?
Yes. Any specific type of dex?
I was just gonna say a dexterity check, but I
A
gave you
saving throw?
no, just a check.
Doesn't really give me the option to roll this as a check. It just gives me an option to roll it as
Here.
a saving throw.
How about this? Give me a fine. It could be a dexterity saving throw.
Sure.
Hello,
I got an 11 in that case.
An 11. Okay, so you are being. So listen,
She's much more charismatic than she is dexterous.
I was gonna say, I'm like, this isn't on you. Are you in? Like, what are you wearing?
Okay, so I would say in this case, she is wearing okay, I actually today spent a good chunk of time updating my wish list on Throne, and what I did find literally was scale mail like bikini top. So she's absolutely wearing scale mail. She
Oh
has
my god.
like,
Okay, wait, no, you're wearing a scale mail bikini top?
yes.
Here's what happens. Okay, so she's like dancing with you, but she's like picking you up, and
Yes.
every time she puts you down, you kind of like jangle. Like, I don't know. Okay, listen, y'all. I know y'all are pervs. How well endowed is Arcadia? Like, I didn't know how much jangle are we dealing with on a
It's
scale.
a fair,
Oh, yeah.
it's a fair amount of jangle. I would say like
Jingle jingle.
a 7.5 to an 8 amount of jingle.
That's so much jingle. Okay,
Yeah, she's jongling.
so this Minotaur woman is dancing with you, and she was already transfixed. She already thinks you're a divine being, and then you start making music with your body like a magic person, and she just starts like kind of shaking you, like just
Like a pair of maracas.
yeah, like a maraca.
Oh,
Wow, look. And she shakes you again. And it goes like,
she's starting to get dizzy.
okay.
This is quite fun. But could you put me down, please?
And she goes, you're magic.
Magic. I've been called many things, but never magic.
You're magic. And your music. I'm going to show you to my friends. They're in a band. And she just starts walking away, just like holding you.
Holding me.
And it's like you're just like this far off the ground. Like you're not, she's not like trying to like restrain you or anything, but she just kind of forgot that she was holding you. And she's like walking away with you.
I let her take me.
Okay, great.
I'm like, fun.
Whoa.
That's what I came here for.
And then she brings you over to her friends who are in the middle of playing this sort of like frenzied music that you are dancing to. And she kind of like taps the tiefling fiddler on the shoulder. She's like, look, and shakes you.
Shakes me, yeah.
And it's like,
The tatas are bouncing.
the tatas are bouncing. And the fiddler looks a little more coherent and kind of goes like, no, oh God, put her down. And then like kind of like breaks out of fiddling for a second. You kind of hear all around you as the music kind of, it's still going. There's still the rest of the band still playing. And she kind of just like puts you down and just like put her down. Okay. You can't. Sorry. Hi. Pleasure to meet you. All right. Tina, what did I say about picking people up and bringing them back for show and tell?
It's quite all right. It's quite all right.
No, you can't encourage this behavior. And you watch as Tina just looks at her and does like big blinks and then looks at you and does a big blink and then just starts crying and runs away.
No, not Tina crying.
Protect the Tina.
Oh, I'm gonna look at the fiddler. Is she all right? Was it something that I said?
No, it's okay. Tina's just like a gentle soul in a minotaur body
Yes.
who keeps doing this. I've told her that she needs to make friends by talking to people.
Well, to her credit, she did speak to me first. She called me magic, and she did offer me a gift, actually. This rose.
Well, that's actually a big. Oh, that's like pretty good for her.
Yes. And then she picked me up.
Well, this is awkward. I gotta go back to fiddling though. So I'm just gonna fiddle on over there. Sorry about that. Sorry about you. Do you need like some dress tape or something? Like, are you good?
She's gonna just. Can I? How do they look? Can I? Do they look all right?
Roll for
I'm gonna
dress
ask,
tape.
I'm gonna actually ask. What was the fiddler's name or gender or?
I just said a tiefling
A
fiddler.
tiefling. Okay, so she's gonna ask them. How do they look?
Okay, great. I'm going to roll a wisdom saving throw. Hold on. Good.
Perfect.
This tiefling is red. They are red. And you can see them blush anyway. Like, look good. Good.
From red to magenta.
Should I go find Tina?
Yeah.
You see, I don't really know many people here. I'm from the island.
The island?
Yes.
Are you from Sappho's?
Yes, you've heard of it.
I didn't think it was real.
Yes, that is. It'll just be our little secret.
And then she kind of does one of these and kind of like smacks you on the side of the head a little. And she's like,
Oh,
are you a hallucination? Are you?
no.
God damn it. Are you?
Are you hallucinating?
Yes. Aren't you?
Oh. No, I've only just arrived.
Oh, do you want to be?
I would love to be.
Fantastic. And she is going to hand you a bottle. And it looks like, it's like almost like what you would associate with like a potion bottle. She goes, bottoms up, and grabs one for herself, uncorks it.
Cheers, love.
Cheers.
Tink. And she's gonna down it.
Perfect. Give me a constitution saving throw.
Oh dear.
My best stat, baby. Oh my god, what is with these rolls? Paladins suck, bro. 4. Ooh.
My best stat, a
My
4.
best of 4.
Okay.
That's crazy.
So it's almost instantaneous as the world in front of you seems to just kind of waver a little. And the outlines of this tiefling look kind of shiny. Like she's got like backlit all of a sudden. There's a halo around her. In the music, which you thought was discordant before, it's so pretty. So
Wow.
lovely. It's
You're
like the
a
sound of
great
birds on the breeze.
fiddler.
She's like, I am not playing the fiddle right now. I am.
She's just trying to grab at her, like at the like what she sees, like the magic around her and like her halo.
Oh
She's
my
just
God.
trying to, like,
Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna. Shit. Okay, guys, take 5. I gotta deal with this. Yeah, I guess to be fair, you did say you're new. I don't know. I thought the cult is like the party. Okay, fine. And she's gonna kind of take you to a separate area, which is an indoor little room, which was previously used as like it's like a little dance hall, not a huge dance hall, like a ballroom, but like a small dance hall, probably adjacent to a tavern. But right now, it's kind of serving as there's like washrooms here. It's kind of like the girls' washroom.
amazing.
And there are so many people in here, all of whom are best friends.
I stumble in and
You see Tina in the corner. She
Tina.
cries when she
I
sees
go
you.
up to Tina and I'm just like, the rose you gave me is so beautiful. It's just, oh, thank you so much. I love it.
You're so beautiful.
You're so beautiful. And she
You're-
looks around and she just is going up to the next girl that she sees.
Which is one pink-haired Eladrin, Eden. So how did you find yourself here in this area? You are muted.
You may be muted, but I can read that word.
I think it's in the
In
Zoom. that
Zoom,
you're
in
muted.
Zoom, you're muted, honey.
Okay, there you go. Oh my god. Okay. So I am a motivational speaker in the bathroom.
Amazing.
Yes.
Have you been talking to Tina,
Who's been crying?
who's been crying?
Yeah, I give her a reading too.
Oh my God,
Ooh.
amazing.
Oh, I love these pictures.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah, that is so perfect.
This is absolutely
But
what
yeah,
I'm
I'm
picturing.
like, you see, Tina, that's what I was telling you before. Like, you see, like you need to believe in yourself.
And who is this? And she gives you like a full up and down.
She can see the future.
The future.
Mm-hmm.
What is my future?
I can tell you now. Where is it? Why is my life chaos? Because that's why I'm playing a freaking wild magic sorcerer.
So, for those of you who don't know, this is a mechanic we're going to include in this game. Both Fenice, the player, and me, Gnome Anne, read tarot. So we have included an element where Eden, the character, can read tarot and make predictions in-game that will come true. However, tarot is very ambiguous. There are lots of interpretations, and I might get a different interpretation of the same cards, but the cards hold true. So this is our first use of our homebrew divination mechanic, and I'm so excited.
Wait.
What,
The Page of Wands.
Ellie?
I mean, it just seems like you might be in a new adventure for discovery, creativity, new friends, and definitely parties. So I think you're right where you need to be.
That's perfect. Out of character, Poof just bought the scale mail bikini.
Thank you, Poof, for helping us all.
Poop MVP, honestly.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh my god, yes.
Thank
yes,
you
Poof.
so much.
You
Thank you so much. Thank you so
absolute
much.
MVP.
Legend.
True legend.
A legend, a hero.
Legend. Folk hero. I'm gonna think of a backstory on how to tie Poof into the acquisition of this. But anyways, okay, so you read me the card.
Yes.
Will I sort them on a new adventure?
Oh, you are? Me
Yes.
too.
Besties?
Of course. Like, I'm
Did
bested with
we-
everybody. You
Did
know?
we just become best friends?
Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
gonna like
absolutely.
grab your hands. Like so like you hold up the card and you explain it, and then she just is gonna like clasp her hands around your hand that's holding the card and like look into your eyes. And when she says, "Did we just become best friends?"
And I am going to put the free hand on your cheek, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, of course.
She feels so bonded and connected to you right now.
I'm like, we're gonna be best party friends.
Yes. Well, I've already had whatever this is. And she shows you like the very, very close to an empty bottle that she has.
Ooh, I haven't tried that one, Tina.
I might have some, and she pulls one out of her bag and hands it to you.
Oh, let's go.
Um,
Now the party can start finally. Then she'll down it. Do I need a constitution saving throw?
you feel a little buzz as it goes down. Like a little, like, it burns a little.
Oh yeah, right. I'm a fairy. This shit, like this is not.
It doesn't, like, you feel like warm for a second. And then you kind of just like settle back into the room, sober as ever.
Isn't this fun? And she starts like twirling and like,
Oh, you have like actually this is actually very weak. But you know, it's Tina's really nice and I don't want to tell her because you know it's like the stuff that they sell and stuff. And I'm like,
well, here, have mine. And she she gives you the rest of hers.
I'll drink.
Great. Same thing.
Yeah, no, it's not working. Like, you know,
Oh.
after you spend like 50 years like partying with ambrosia and stuff in the Feywilds, like it's kind of like, you know, the stuff, it's water.
Did you say the Feywild?
Yeah. That's where I come from.
Oh, I knew we were really going to be the best of friends.
Are you from there too?
No, but I've heard stories.
Oh, thank God. Like everybody thinks that I'm lying here. And like usually I do. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, I trust everyone. Libra behavior. Yeah.
Mhm, mhm. That's great. But like on this one, I am 100% honest. I'm very, very proud of being like, you know, from the Feywilds. Like this place is actually real boring. I thought it was gonna be more fun, but like everybody there's rules here. Why? Why do you guys have rules?
Well, I'm not from here either.
Where are you from?
I'm from the island,
What is the island?
the Isle of Sapphos.
The Isle of Sapphos.
Yes.
And Tina just like runs her hand, I guess her hoof, down your face and then does the same thing. Because she goes, the Isle of Sapphos. And she does the same thing to Eden. She goes, the Feywild.
Yeah, and I'm gonna prestidigitate some like little like sparkle fireworks like around me.
You're a story.
Yes.
Wow. Everybody, they're a story. Look. She's from the Feywild. She's from the
I'm gonna make a
Fey.
little.
She's from the hidden and mystical island of Sapphos. Guys, look. And
Yay! And then I'm gonna like have like an imaginary clapping sound in the background, also prestidigitation.
it's just one clap though. It's just a
It's
slow.
just one clap.
The room goes quiet for a second. There are a lot of quiet conversations, a lot of quiet sobbing happening before, and they go quiet and everyone looks at you. And then you just hear, oh my gosh, she's from the Feywild. What an icon, a legend, yes. And so like the Isle
And
of
I'm gonna
Sappho-
prestidigitate the.
The clapping.
And this makeshift women's washroom at the party just starts circling around you and sitting around like cross-legged. They're like, tell us about the Sapphos. Tell us about the Feywild. Is Venus real?
Venus is absolutely real.
Can she hear me when I talk to her?
Well, have you devoted yourself to her cause?
I mostly just drink.
Yes, love, she can hear you.
Oh, I'm the priestess of Venus. I start like running around. Absolutely. They are getting so psyched. They are getting so excited. And they're like, oh, if I'm a priestess of Venus, do I get to dress like you?
I don't see why not.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And then they're going to start running around and like, so this is you know, it's a dance hall, but it is a dance hall in Oxvale. Oxvale, a city known for its ornate adornments. And so the inlays on the wall and the gilding upon them has sort of just this sort of circular room is just sort of encompassing you in this little golden hue as they run up to the wall and just like start prying things off the walls to put in their hair like you. They have like these
darling.
little...
Oh, darling.
Like,
I would
look,
leave the fixtures alone.
But
no. Tina, do you have any more flowers? Maybe some silks?
I've never seen real silk in my life.
She's gonna take a little silk that she has off of her.
Tina takes it and puts it over her hair like she's like it's long hair when she's playing mermaid. And she goes,
and I'm gonna have it feel like she's feeling it with prestidigitation, like it's a warm, super ultra like luscious experience. It's just like she has it on top of her.
amazing. And then you see one girl at the back, she goes, I have a silk dress. Does anybody else want silk? And just starts tearing strips off of it to hand out to people.
Yes. Okay.
And she like adorns one on you. She goes to put it over your head. For you.
Arcadia accepts. So she started taking these strips into like ripping them to smaller, like finer pieces, and she's gonna start like braiding them into people's hair, and then kind of securing them with flowers. Wholesome bestie drunk
So
bathroom
wholesome.
vibes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The most wholesome bathroom ever.
You do this. You do this. And listen, in your sober state, would you be proud of your craftsmanship? Who's to say? But in the collective hallucination that you have all produced on this holy place, on this holy day, this is the most beautiful artwork you have seen. This hair is suddenly just like, it looks like the ocean as it sort of falls from their scalps into these little colored twists throughout it. And the flowers sort of illuminate it. And it seems to be magical. And that light bouncing off the gold walls just gives everyone that sort of warm, perfect hue. And it is perfect for a moment.
As she's braiding everything, like a very angelic like harp music will be in the background, prestidigitated.
Yes.
Oh my God. Amazing. And you watch as all around you, eventually the people start lining up in front of you. And they as they come to get their little braids, and they're like, I devote myself to the priestess, to be a priestess of the goddess Venus in all her terrifying beauty.
And then Arcadia gives her them a little forehead kiss, and then
Amazing. Please donate to the cause of Venus.
Eden's trying to hustle.
Could you give me a persuasion check with advantage?
100%.
With like so much advantage, honestly.
100%. 19.
Yeah. They don't really, like, a lot of them don't have money on them, so they just start throwing, like, booze and drugs and
That's fine. I
accessories
will
and jewelry.
have, like, literally, like, at a certain point, I will set up, like, a portion of, like, I guess the sink or beauty area where it's, like, the altar.
Amazing. People just start bypassing you and throwing things all of the altar. They're like, beautiful. Eventually, people just start throwing some of their clothes there, too.
Beautiful. Amazing.
There is this continues for quite a while until most of the room has devoted themselves to Venus.
Blessings from Venus.
And they're
Forehead
like,
kiss.
Can we
Blessings from Venus.
Can we
Forehead
make
kiss.
up like a secret handshake or a dance?
Yes. I would be honored to show you a dance.
Amazing. What is Venus? What does your dance look like? I'm just curious. Curious. What is a devotee of Venus? What does your dance look like?
I'm really picturing very similar to very like Midsummer Night's Dream energy, where there's like, I don't know, I'm just picturing like lots of like flowing silks, like she's dancing with silks.
Amazing. There is a lot more clothing that does need to be ripped up to make more silks. This is a scantily clad room now.
Yes. It's her dancing silks that she has with her at all times.
Okay, no one else brought their dancing silks though.
Arcadia never leaves home with that though.
Gotta need them.
Could you give me a perception check with disadvantage?
Yes.
Kuretsu donated $40 to grant everyone inspiration, including me.
Including you.
Including
me.
me.
Thank you so much, Kuretsu.
Thank you, Kuretsu.
Thank you, Kuretsu.
Perception with disadvantage.
Yes.
That is a 4.
Yeah, it's a great party.
It's great.
You are honestly impressed with how quickly they pick up the choreography, considering how far gone these people are. Like, they honestly
It's a pretty basic dance, but yes.
They're doing all right with it. It's a little while, though, passes by. Eden, you have acquired so much wealth, far more than you can carry. Your pockets are stuffed. Your bag is overflowing.
This is a good booty.
And you sort of, actually, Eden, you give me a perception with disadvantage as well.
Okay. Disadvantage. 9.
Great. So you're busy. You've got your altar set out. Have you ever heard of the goddess Venus before?
No, it doesn't matter though.
So this altar is all wrong. Like, you have the wrong things on it. It's set up in the wrong order. It's mostly a sink. It's just like a sink. But someone who does know about Venus at least turns the water on. So there's that at least. But most of your offerings are very wet now. So there's that.
It's fine. Prestidigitation to dry them and put them in the bag if it fits.
So you're stuffing your bag and you hear behind you, Hayden. And it's Demona, the tiefling paladin. She goes,
"Oh, Demona, hi!"
Yeah, So when I got reports that someone had started a cult in the women's washroom, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have bets on you. But it's been a few days. So, you know the drill.
What?
Eden, I gotta arrest you.
But why?
You're literally still stealing things in front of me. I'm like, you haven't stopped. Eden, they're chanting to an old god.
Yeah, it's a great fun, isn't it?
I mean, I don't know. I guess.
Yes.
I
Do you want to offer to Venus as well?
No, I don't. And she points to her horns. She's like,
Oh, I know what. Of course, I would like to dance with you.
Could you give me a persuasion check? It's a victimless crime, except for all the people being
21.
robbed.
Let's go.
Oh, 19?
21 in total.
Yep.
Demona kind of looks at you and she's like, my post was the closest. The other paladins are gonna be here soon, but I might have time for one dance.
And she'll grab her and like she'll join the dance that everybody is doing.
And you can tell as she looks at you that there is something warring inside of her. She looks sad and also very happy at the same time. And as you're kind of spinning around with her, you kind of pass by Arcadia and she sees the lineup to Arcadia and she goes, who's that?
Blessings from Venus.
She's the
Blessings from
priestess.
Venus.
A priestess.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh God. Did you join the cult?
I am the cult.
Okay. All right. It's fine. Let's deal with all this cult stuff after. Let's just dance. Okay.
Yeah. And then I'll like just get her closer to me and I'll like do whatever dance, but like a little bit closer.
And you can, as you like pull her closer, like you can almost feel her heart just like thudding against her rib cages. She likes it very much. And that is how you are when the rest of the paladins arrive and you hear them come in and she does, and they go, Demona? And she goes, yeah, I apprehended the perp.
And I'm gonna do this immediately. Yeah, she totally is apprehending me.
Thanks.
Yeah, and I'm gonna leave, but I'm gonna grab my bag with the stuff that I stopped.
Goes, oh my God, we have to confiscate that. Why are you like this? Like it's just.
Roll sleight of hand.
Yeah, and the other paladin, one of the other paladins grabs it and it's like, and just like pulls out, like a bra in there and it's like,
It's personal.
Okay, oh God, what is this cult? This cult's kind of rad.
Yeah, Ray, do you want to join? You can leave an offer. I'll come back later.
No, you can't recruit cults. And as they escort you out, Arcadia, you don't see this happening until Eden, you kind of see her surrounded by the paladins. Now, you, as a paladin, know a bit about the different orders and how they operate. So you know that the crop top guard are generally, they're not city guard. They are people who are just kind of mercenaries, who are brought in when they're needed. You've probably encountered them before, if you've ever left the island, unless it's your very first time leaving the island. Okay, very first time, you have not encountered them, but you would have heard of them because you would have heard of the other orders. But I think you would have enough context to understand what is currently happening to Eden.
Where are they taking you?
Oh, probably to party in prison. I'll see you later.
And then they're gonna, and one of the guards is kind of gonna linger back and say, this is her 7th time being arrested, I think. I don't know. I haven't been. Sometimes we've arrested her.
In 7 in a month.
Okay. Bail's going to be pretty steep on this one. She's probably going to be gone for a while. You might want to just sort this situation out yourself.
Oh, where's the jail located?
It's just at the guard outpost. We, and he's going to lean into you. This is an Asimar, Celestial. He leads into you. He goes, no, this is between me and you. But we usually have a 7 arrest limit. And then it gets pushed up the ladder. So I'm thinking this might be handled by the Order of the Inverted Bobs from now on.
Is that who I think they are?
Yeah,
The Bobby Karens.
the Bobby Karens.
Just clicked for me.
They're anyway, your friend's gonna be at the post. And he's gonna kinda give you rough directions. It's not far. But she's probably gonna be there for a while, so I wouldn't wait up unless you happen to have a few 100 gold pieces that you don't mind throwing at a stranger for bail,
She's my best friend.
Oh. I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you very much for the information. And she's going to give him a rose, or them a rose.
Oh, okay. He's gonna be like, hey, like, what you doing later? I'm off in an hour.
Well, actually, if you're heading that way, I could use a ride to the prison.
Okay. Yeah. I've got a chariot.
Thank you so much.
Great.
You're so generous.
Amazing. And smash cut back to the first scene. So we are back in the prison now. And Eden is in her cell. Titus, you are across. And Eden, you are there with Kai Cantrip. And we made it, team. We made it full circle. We got back.
Hell yeah. The one and only thank you. Thank you, Gnome, for the fantastic flashback. That was great.
Yeah, that was great.
I forgot about the flashback.
That was great.
Is this a good time to do a little, need to let little Miss Puppy Dog out to go pee-pee time?
I think this is a great time because in a minute we're going to get back. We're going to see if these folk can get out of jail. We got them in. Let's see if they can get out. So we will be back in about 10 minutes. And players, remember that your audio is live. Also, I'm going to try and play music again. Let's see if it works this time. Could go either way. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We just finished doing the flashbacks that ended our 3 players in the situation. Whence we left them, Titus had some sort of experience with an orb that did lead to not only an explosion, but also becoming a bit of an explosion themselves. Eden and Arcadia started a cult in a woman's washroom at a party. And were promptly arrested because, unfortunately, Eden was on the fantasy version of parole and so had someone tailing her a little. But I wonder if that was all just about the crimes. I don't know. You could ask. Jury's out. But you do have Damona's Sending Stone. So that is there. Thank you so much, Samurai, for the sub. I appreciate that. Isn't that where all cults start? Yes.
Not wrong.
Probably. Have yet to start a cult myself, but if I do, that
I've
is
started a cult in your chat.
really.
We call ourselves the Riotous.
Well, yeah, that's fair. Honestly, like, y'all, listen, I imagined a lot of things happening in this first episode. I did not see starting a cult. That
no,
was
me
not
neither, but that was wonderful.
No, I didn't have it on the bingo card, which just
Mm-mm.
goes to show you, even though I was like, I know they're going to be arrested. I had no idea how. And I was like, I am so confident that these chaotic beings will they will 100% without being prompted, do something illegal and chaotic enough to be arrested that I don't have to worry about planning this.
Yep. I wasn't worried either.
It was happening one way or another.
One way or another, we're all going to jail. And that's where we are now.
Yep.
So, well, except for Arcadia, who is en route, but you don't know that. So put that out of your beautiful little brains. You, Eden,
He's got more than one.
well, I meant both of you, but you know.
Uh-oh.
No, put that out of your 5 minds, please.
5.
So, Eden, you are with Kai Cantrip. Titus, you have sort of healed, like the cuts from the piercing are gone. The wounds seem to have closed, but you have not healed much in terms of hit points. So I'm going to say you can, an hour has passed. You can add like 3 hit points. You've started, but you still feel like you got hit by a truck.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
it's that energy, and you can hear the kind of the catty chatter of Karens outside in the next room, and every once in a while, a different paladin. Not your cool crop top guard, not the cool mercs, but the inverted bobs come and just kind of check in on the cells. And every time this happens, Kai just very quiet, just being a citizen, just another law-abiding citizen. And it's trying to prompt you, Eden, to be like, okay, so here's what you say to not get arrested while you're already in jail. All right.
Okay.
Is trying to guide you on that. But you were both kind of, when we left, you were both looking through the bars at Titus, who was telling you how they ended up in here. And Titus, I want to know, what did you tell them?
Well, when you're as invested in the quality of your work as I am, you don't hold anything back. And not everyone can accept the results that you provide, maybe out of jealousy, probably out of finance and unable to afford, what it takes to see results through. The usual.
Yeah, I love that for you. I think it's totally fair. I don't understand why people are so touchy here.
Wait, hold on. You're telling me you got arrested for doing too good at your job?
Yes. Yeah.
I see some soot on you. I don't believe you.
I'm an artificer. I work in a forge. There's going to be soot.
And Kai kind of looks through the bars and kind of looks at you up and down. Goes,
I very much smell like fire right now,
yeah,
too.
it's like kind of, yeah. Do you, was it evocation?
What's evocation?
Give me a deception check.
Does Titus actually know?
Yes, you would, only because you have been reprimanded previously.
Okay.
Basically, almost all fire magic is evocation, so like you would have probably heard this little slap on the wrist before.
Oh my goodness. What's happening? Why is it taking so long?
This is
Well,
why.
it is working though this time.
Oh, it is working. I did get it linked properly.
Nice.
Middle of the road.
A 10?
Yeah.
Okay. What road? Okay.
Paved to hell.
Okay. So Kai kind of looks at you and she goes, "Yeah, honestly, you're smart not to go talking about that, but." And she's kind of gonna try to squint at that shadowy figure. She goes, "Hey, are you a knock?"
Can I
and
see through that cell wall?
no, it is stone. You are the only
Okay.
one who cannot see that person at all.
Hmm.
In fact,
Okay.
you might not have known there was someone in the cell next to you because when you were brought in here, they were so much in shadow that you wouldn't have been able to see them. So you probably thought you were in here with just Kai, and who's glowing, who's just like, and it's like being lit from below by green, which is a whole look.
Oogie boogie.
Yeah, it's got Oogie Boogie energy. And you kind of you hear next to you like a scoff, like a of course not. Hey, honestly, kind of what a knock would say. Come here. And kind of waves her forward.
Yeah, come here.
And sort of reluctantly, this person walks towards the bars to see you. And you see, I have a new art. I have an art for you.
Oh, cute.
A tabaxi. So
And her
she
last name says Nico in it.
what? No, I don't think that's true. She does.
It says Gemini and Nico Mimi.
No, I don't think that's right. That must be a typo. So weird. So when she advances towards the bars, it is a prowl. She moves in a way that her head does not bob. It stays steady as she advances. And Eden, you notice. Well, actually, no. Honestly, Titus, you notice because you can't see her. She moves perfectly silently. There is no rustle of fabric. There is no pat of boots on stone as she moves forward. And when she speaks, she's right next to you because she's right on the other side of the stone wall, but you never heard her advance. And she says, "I'm not a narc. I'm a thief. And if you lot are talking about getting out of here, you're not thinking far enough ahead. What do you think happens when we get out of here? They let us walk?"
Okay, but I mean, at least we're out, yeah?
I heard them talking about you. They said
Me?
you claim you're Fae? Is that real?
Yeah.
Oh, you poor thing. You've got no idea.
About what?
If you get out of here, not only do they have your records, not only do you have a history, not only have you been already moved up to a higher and more lethal order of guards. If you get out of here, they're not going to put you in jail next time. They're going to put you somewhere much, much worse.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Do you know anyone? You have any? And she kind of like pauses.
I mean, technically, I know you. I know KK. I know
Hiya.
this person right here that I just met, Titus. Yes. And I also know Tina. I know Arcadia, and I know
That's not what I meant. I didn't meant you have friends. I meant you have an affiliation.
I don't know what that means.
Are you under anyone's protection?
Nope.
Well, this is interesting. Look at you, a little lamb to the slaughter. But I might be in need of a lamb.
I'm not a lamb.
And you can see next to you, Kai Kai is kind of like bristling. Yeah, she's not a lamb. She is powerful and strong and magical. Probably.
Very much
Right.
so, actually.
Yeah. Titus, what are you doing?
I am pulling threads off of the linen blanket underneath me, just listening, and they're lighting on fire as I pull each one out and falling to the ground as little embers.
Okay. Amazing.
Just listening.
Just what? She goes, she kind of looks and kind of, it's because she can't see you directly. So
But like one of the
tobacco-
embers like waft out of my
yeah,
cells.
like what? Oh yeah, there's a window in your cell, so it kind of like blows out, and Ember goes. She goes, "Yeah, you. Look at you with your fire."
I mean, you can look at me if you want. If you could, but I don't think you can.
Oh, I could.
So why don't you?
And she is. Titus can't see, but Eden and Kai Kai you do, as she sort of pulls out back a cloak and like she's wearing like leathers, but she also has a skirt over top that has like 2 leg slits in it. And she pulls up the skirt so you can see that she has a garter holster and pulls out a set of thieves' tools.
Perfect.
She's like, oh, I could be out of here in a minute. Are you kidding? This place is a playpen. This is kindergarten. I
So
am
tell us then, if you could be out any time, why have you not left? Instead, you're sitting here talking to us. Is it that you don't have a plan for after that you're concerned about?
Yeah, Titus has a point.
maybe.
Are you looking for help, my dear?
Give me a persuasion check with advantage, because you hit a little too close to the truth.
Persuasion. Oh, hold on. Let me try that again. With advantage. Oh, why is that taking so long to roll? Let's not. End the game log. Ooh, I turned the animation on for the dice. That was a mistake.
Oh no, the
slowly
animation. I know
bouncing.
the animation's killer. You can also always just roll physical dice or use another roller if it's
14.
frustrating you. 14?
Yep.
She kind of looks at you. And she goes,
I
oh.
looked at her.
Well, she when I say looks at you, I mean looks at Eden. She can't see Titus. I just
Right.
like I agreed to go back to that scene so y'all can understand how much she can't see Titus from here. So she's kind of looking across, and she goes,
Believe it or not, right now, being in jail is not my biggest problem. Figured I could use a little time to cool off. But by all means, if you're planning a jailbreak, don't let me stand in your way.
You just want to follow in our wake, is that it?
She hisses at you. And kind of like
Okay, you guys, like, listen, this is getting very serious and the vibes are not like vibing right now. And I can't even make my music.
she says,
And I don't smell like flowers because I'm in this thing that blocks my magic. And I really want to go, but like, you kind of have a point, I guess. Like, I don't want to get here anymore, and I don't want to like be brought to a worse place in this because this is not a vibe already.
all right, here's the deal. I work for some very important people, and they could protect you. But I'd have to put a word in for you, and I don't give my word lightly. But if you did a favor for me, I do a favor for you. You don't spend the rest of your life in whatever demiplane they try to throw you into.
Okay.
Really, you're not gonna ask any details? You just accept this?
Are you implying that they might offer us a job for helping release you?
No, again, I can. And she just kind of like stands up and just starts picking the lock. I'm actually gonna roll for her.
Okay, so
She got a natural 20. She
wow.
doesn't even use. She like has her thieves tools, puts them down, just extends a claw, and just goes like, tsk, and opens. You just kind of hear that as the bar to her jail cell opens. And she's like, "It's the guard's gonna come back in a second. I don't have the key that unlocks that cell. I don't have the power to deactivate those wards. I know who does." What I'm saying is that I'm here because I had a job go bad. It wasn't me. My skills as a thief are unquestionable. I was betrayed. I'm just saying, I don't have the people I work for wouldn't look fondly upon me going after my betrayer. But you're nobody. You could. And I could help you get out. And then I can make sure you have someone to cover your ass when they come looking for you again.
Okay, so we need to go take care of this person, and then I don't get thrown in here anymore.
Wow. We'll do our best.
What's your organization's insurance policy like on, say, acts of nature?
They're not insurance brokers. They're... She kind of like looks around to make sure there's no guards like have come in. They're a secretive group. And you just see next to you eating kai just kind of goes, "Oh no. Are you one of them? Are you Eden? I think she's with the Alphabet Mafia."
Oh, that sounds fun. What is that?
It's the most there are a lot of crime lords in this city. These ones though, they're all scared of them. Nobody knows what they're up to.
If they're scared of them, even the scary people are scared of them, and that's good.
Yeah, except they're probably scared with good reason.
Well, but if I'm part of the scary people, then they're not gonna stop me anymore. And then we
I
can make more
always-
cults.
I always thought scary was more of a matter of perspective. You know,
Apparently,
it's
I'm
really
very
more
dangerous.
it's about intimidation and what's scary to one could be fun for somebody else.
I mean, okay, listen. Okay, I have a question. Are there like a lot of rules in your group of people in your cult?
My cult.
Mhm.
There's no cult.
The mafia.
The rules are whoever is strongest, smartest, and fastest makes the rules.
Yeah, I can respect that.
I could be down with that.
You can fit in just fine. And then we hear a kind of like outside, like a ding 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 ding. Excuse me, and hey, and then outside as the Aesimer is kind of like standing in the doorway of the guard post with Arcadia, and like Arcadia, you're like trying to get through. And he's just like, so it's been like really nice talking to you. Like, did you like my chariot? Like, I like painted it myself. You're muted.
I'm muted. It's beautiful.
Oh my god.
Thank you so much. And she's gonna give him a peck on the cheek.
Okay, great. Wisdom saving throw. Let's just do it. 5 fails. Just like, I feel like it's an instant blush, but then just like pale. Like, you know, when the panic hits and you lose all the blood to your body. I'm just like,
He just faints.
yeah, he just kind of wobbles a little. And is just like, so you come here much? Wait, no, this is jail. You start cults much? No, so can I like visit you? Like you said you live on an island. Can I visit you?
Please excuse me. You've been so helpful. And
Oh,
she just goes
No.
in.
Oh, fuck. I
She's
did it
gonna
again every time.
She's gonna open the door to the prison.
And same thing. You are coming to this area, and it is overflowing now. You recognize someone you saw earlier in the night. The fucking fiddler is there. Let's say. They're just you see the same girl by the fireplace just vomiting flowers. And then like she like throws up again, and a little bird comes out and flies away. And
Charming. She's gonna go up to like the service desk and she's gonna like ding 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 like tap a bell.
And then Patricia comes up to you. Goes, yes, can I help you?
Oh, hello. I'm here to check out my very best friend. As if she was a library book.
Check out, like
Yes. She's been checked in for the night and I'm here to check her out.
you mean arrested? She's been arrested?
Oh, I suppose, yes.
Like, oh my God. I can't. The people in here, I just can't with these. Sweetie, honey. No. Just go sit down with the other drunks and wait your turn.
Oh, I'm not drunk.
What is this, a seashell? Go sit down.
From my home.
Okay. All right, we got another one. Go sit down. Go sit down.
And someone will be with me shortly.
Like maybe, I don't know. I have a job to do, okay?
All right. She just sits down. She brushes off like a like I don't know, the bench. She brushes it off and she sits down.
Great. And you see she just kind of goes and like sits at her desk and just like shuffles through some papers and just like people asking me to do things. You know, I have work to do. I'm very a lot important to do. And around you, people are just kind of like someone leans into you. They're like, "Are you the magic lady from the bathroom?"
Yes, I suppose I am.
Oh, wow. I heard that you give blessings.
Yes, you have an offering.
And she takes up, she pulls up her hands. She's like, can I offer my handcuffs? They're on me still. They're still attached.
Yes, I suppose that would do just fine.
She's
She's gonna just hold her hands and just give her a little forehead kiss.
Am I magic now?
Something like that.
Oh my gosh. Guys, she's magic. I'm magic now. And then the girl vomiting flowers turns to you. She was like, oh my God, that's a... And then like just like a bunch of butterflies fly out at you. And she goes, can you fix this?
Oh. Okay, let me see.
Can I?
Can I? Yeah.
The lesser known D&D condition, vomiting flowers.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna use my lay on hands. Cure a disease or neutral a poison. Alcohol poison.
Wait, that's amazing.
That's perfect.
Yeah. So I'm going to as I lay my hands on her, I'm gonna just hold her hair back.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm just gonna like just rub her back. Just hold her hair and rub her back as I lay on hands.
Again, the perfect female bathroom scene again.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's like, she starts to like kind of starts hiccuping, and she's like, oh, it's and she looks at you. She's like, you're my best friend.
Here, have some water. Just gonna grab from her pack.
Is it magic water?
Yes.
She drinks it, and she like just starts drinking it, and she like gives them to her friend. She's like, it's magic water. It's magic water. And they all start going. And Patricia says, "What are you doing over there?"
Oh, they look a little dehydrated.
Yeah, they're wasted. Of course, they're dehydrated.
Yes, so I'm just looking around. It doesn't look like you have an infirmary over here, so I'm just giving them a bit of water. I hope that's all right.
Ugh. Fine. Do what you want.
Is my friend close to being done whatever she's doing in there?
Being arrested? No, she's not close to done being arrested. No. Who's your friend?
Eden.
Eden. She kind of rifles through the papers, and she pulls out one. She goes, You're friends with Eden?
Best friends.
Oh. Are you Hey, get over here. And a few of the other guards come from the back and they start like approaching you slowly. So, do you tell people that you're a magical fairy too?
Fairy? No. People have been calling me magical tonight, but truthfully, I think they're on drugs.
That is accurate. So yeah, you're not doing any illegal magics.
Oh no, I would never.
All right. Okay. And they're kind of like inspecting you. And you see as one of them pulls out a wand. And just gonna like just hold. And is gonna cast Detect Magic on you. Does anything on your person light up? The potion in your bag
Only
would.
my ass.
Yeah.
Magic for sure.
I think I would have discarded that
Okay.
because I drank it. So, yeah, as far as I know, nothing would light up.
It's fine. It's fine. She's mundane. It's fine. All right. Just sit there. We'll get to you when we get to you.
Thank you so much.
But you watch as they kind of start circling around the Eden's file, and you can hear them like whispering about it and kind of like looking at you, and you just hear, okay, Deborah, go check on the prisoners. And Deborah is going to go into the jail and walk through. And just so Gemini can see the door. And so Gemini's like, guards, shut up.
Mm-hmm.
And the guards come through and they look at you. And well, the guard, Deborah. And Deborah kind of, you see her walking around the corner, kind of, you're like leaning through a little. I don't know how much you can see. I don't know where you are in the cell. And as she starts walking down, she kind of looks at you first, Eden. You realize that Gemini's cell is open. She unlocked it, and the door is like just barely open.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's. Oh, hey! Hello. Hello, hi.
And Deborah's gonna look at you like, everyone's talking about you.
Yeah, I know. I'm famous now.
And behind her, you see Gemini is pointing at her, like at the guard, and pointing at her neck. Like you've been like.
I look at her neck.
You see that she is wearing, it looks like a little amulet, but it has the same rune that is on the cell that you are in. And so Gemini is behind her. So you're trying to keep her attention. Gemini is behind her doing full charades, like trying to communicate to you what's happening. Here's what you see, okay? We're not going to roll for it. Instead,
Yes,
I'm just going to do it and you're going to see.
Okay.
She's going to say, okay.
Yeah. Can I roll intelligence to see if I get it?
Yeah. What?
Not
Was my
my best,
charades not the
but-
most helpful?
Nope. A 7.
Great. You got about as much as Fenice got.
Wait, don't you have inspiration?
Oh, I do have inspiration. I guess so we're gonna use it. Okay, let me take it out. Let's see. It's 6.
Yeah.
Thank
that
you,
sounds
Poop,
about right.
for that inspiration.
Thanks.
It was inspiringly chaotic.
Okay, yeah. So you don't know what she's saying, but she's getting frustrated with you.
Well, but I'm inside the cell, right?
Yeah.
I'm
The
like,
guard is between you and the tabaxi thief.
Yeah, I'm gonna just do chaotically whatever because I think she's indicating the thing and to grab it. So I am going to try to face step outside of the thing, the cell, and grab the medallion.
Okay.
Or the whatever it's here.
All right. Okay, you cannot cast in here. So the second you try to cast, that's not. So what could you read me the language of Fey Step? Because I know you told me this is a racial ability.
That is a racial ability, yes. So features and traits, racial traits. Once per short rest, as a bonus action, you can magically teleport up to 30 feet to an occupied space you can see. And your Fey gains an additional effect based on my current season, which is spring. That's what it says.
It doesn't say anything about a verbal or somatic component?
Nope.
It works. And Kai looks at you and her jaw drops. She's like, you did, man, you did. And Deborah doesn't know what the fuck is happening because this place is warded against casting, but you are not casting. You are using a Fey ability, and this realm does not know the Fey, and so they do not know to ward against it. And you teleport directly in front of her face and grab at the amulet. Could you give me let's say a sleight of hand with advantage?
21.
The chain snaps around her as she stumbles back against it, and she stumbles back right into the bars behind her, and Gemini kicks open the door, knocking her forward. And Gemini says to you, press the medallion against the bars. Press the medallion against the bars, now.
I will immediately do it.
You watch as for a moment, the wards on the ground seem to flicker, and that buzz that's been like an electronic hum in the back of your head for hours now goes silent for a moment, and the store swings open, and Kai's like, oh, I'm getting the fuck out of here. And
Kai!
Goes out, and then you hear Patricia's like looking around, she's like stumbling on the bar, she's like, God, what? No, guards! They're escaping. The prisoners are escaping. Titus, you are still in jail, and Kai looks at you and says, I know that you're all about evocation. Don't you lie to me. Now come here. Come to the boss.
I luxuriously stand up, not in a hurry or rush at all, and just stroll over to the bars and just kind of lean against them.
Oh, you're pretty cute. And she casts Shatter behind you, and the window of your cell explodes outwards, and the stone around it starts to kind of crumble away as she focuses all this damage directly on the wall. She's like, you any good with a sidekick?
I guess that would depend on how flammable they are, but sure.
Okay. And there is panic, and Gemini kind of jumps in and is trying to get the lock. Let's see how she rolls. Gemini has +10 to lock picking. So she got a 21. Okay.
You have inspiration too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. A 21's still going to do it. If she had rolled much lower, though, it was a 20 to pick a lock this fast under pressure. It was going to be a 20 DC, but that was enough. So she manages to get the lock open. Could you give me some sort of strength check or attack roll against the wall?
Me?
Yes.
Where's my strength? Strength. There it is. Normal, right?
Sure. It's a low
Okay.
DC, but yes.
Oh, this dice animation. Remind me to ask you guys how to turn it off later.
I got you.
I was poking around earlier and I couldn't find it again. I don't know how I turned it on, and yeah.
11.
I also have inspiration. Do I need it?
So I'm going to tell you this, out of character. An 11 will get you through the wall, but it'll take a minute. If you want to get through the wall faster, you're going to need a higher roll.
That's okay. That's okay. I want to use that minute. Anyways.
Okay. So how are you beating at this wall? Like, what are you doing? This wall is crumbling. There's like a bit of the iron frame on the window that's there. There's a sill, but it's in rough shape and the glass is long gone.
Well, the magic is the dampening on magic is
Gone.
gone. Right? Okay. So I'm using fire to melt the rock and the bars. I'm casting produce flame and I'm just kind of sitting there and melting them down. So it's gonna take a little bit, but I'm just melting it out. I'm like, make some more room. And I call over my shoulder, I'm not leaving without my effects. I need my things back.
Your thing's in the other room.
Well, this is gonna take a minute. Somebody better go get them.
It's full of gods. And then just as that happens, the guards are all piling into this room now.
Oh
They're
no,
like,
we need to go.
back in your cells. Get back in your cells right now. Oh, so help me get back in your cells this second.
I call back, Eden, my things? Because I just saw her teleport, so I'm just gonna assume she can teleport to the other room and grab them.
Arcadia, you hear all of this now. At this point, you hear the shatter of the glass, the explosion. You kind of hear when Eden's making a scene, and then finally you hear all the guards rush out of where you are and into the jail. You are just there in the holding area. What do you do?
Oh, Eden? Is that you?
Yeah. Yeah, it's me.
What's going on?
We're jailbreaking.
Oh, do you need anything from me?
Grab my things, please.
Who's that? Who's
Should be in a
things?
bucket. It's all black.
Oh, that's our new friend, Fenice.
Okay. She's gonna bust past where Deborah was sitting, into the room that the guards came out of. What does she see?
Okay, so
I want my stuff.
So you get to the sort of guards' loungy area. There is a foosball table, which is the most important part. There are couches set up. There's a nice little food set up. But you see a pile of bags in the corner. There's a weapon rack there that is full of important-looking weapons. And then there are just some bags. There is Eden's bag full of all of the offerings.
Okay, I'm gonna grab that, and I'm gonna grab a smoky, singed looking bag that is all black.
Yep.
And do any of the weapons look like they might interest me? Or do they just
Give
look
me
like-
an investigation check. Or an arcana check if you're specifically looking for magic.
I am looking for magic.
Give me an arcana check.
Okay.
The most chaotic jailbreak ever.
I'm not leaving without my effects.
If I roll under a 10. Okay. 12.
So you look at these weapons, and some of them you can't like get immediately magic off any of them. There's none that are labeled with like mystic runes or anything. But some of them look like very fine weapons. Some of them look like standard issue, like they're all matching. But there are a couple that have like an more ornate handle. There's one on the weapon rack. There is one gauntlet, which seems like a weird thing to have on a weapon rack. And without a matching pair. And there is a long sword that has a little more like of a filigree on the handle that does not match the others. And there is a couple throwing axes that look like they are finely polished, like there's almost an iridescence to the metal on the blades.
I grab the prettiest one.
That's up for which one's the prettiest to you?
The prettiest one to me has the best stats.
Roll better.
Persuasion.
Roll better. Yeah, I know. Literally, I know. Okay. I'm gonna grab some of the throwing axes.
Great. You grab the 2 throwing axes,
Okay.
throw them in. You are mechanically encumbered. You are now carrying
I'm
an
strong as fuck.
overflowing bag
I'm
from
hella
Eden, your
strong.
own
She's a
stuff.
paladin.
Yeah.
The 2 throwing axes,
Yeah.
and Titus's bag. There are some other bags there. Do they interest you?
Yeah, what do they look like?
One of them looks like a small leather satchel, and one of them looks like a sage's pack.
Like that might have, I don't know, some herbs or
I mean, you want to rummage?
and we don't have time to rummage.
Yeah,
She's gonna grab them both. She's grabbing them both.
Okay.
She's walking out of there like dun 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 dun.
You dun 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 dun. Could just for one quick, actually, I'm just gonna have a little, just a little moment, where could Adrienne and Fenice just both give me a roll.
Just a random roll?
You're gonna roll initiative, but we're not gonna do it like a full initiative encounter. We're just gonna do a quick little. I just want to know what order these things happen in.
Okay, I'm gonna initiative then.
Okay.
19.
Oh shit.
I'm waiting for the animation to end. Oh,
5.
I'm not very inclined to.
Okay. So,
This is very mellow.
first thing, Eden, you are this area has been overrun with guards. There are now 4 fully armed paladins in there with you, swords drawn, rushing at you. You go first. What do you do?
I think. So I'm like right outside of my cell. Wait,
Okay.
let me just position myself
Okay.
so I know where I just teleported over here where the lady was
I'm
right
gonna
here.
move Kai over here because she's kind of.
I'm
And
there
then
with Titus.
Fucking with
this
the wall.
this wall right here is kind of like in pieces, right? And Titus is trying to
Melt.
like melt
Yes.
it. Okay. I am, and then there's the hallway is covered with 4, like there's 4 paladins in there aside
Here.
from us.
Let me help.
Cool. What do we do? I think
Deborah is right
why
there in the
not?
middle of you because Deborah got like punched back into the things. The other 3 are over here. There you go.
Is my cage still locked?
No.
Okay.
Gemini was able to open it frantically, so she's kind of in the middle here. There's a pile of people.
I like me piles of people.
I'm going to tell Titus I'm about to throw a ball of fire in this wall, so move so I don't hit you. And I'm gonna hold my action until
I can move.
Titus.
Yeah.
Or actually, I would like to combine my firebolt cantrip with the produce flames that they're using and see if together they can like actually like blow this thing open.
Okay, so we're gonna do that on Titus's turn then.
Yes.
Okay.
So here's what happened is Deborah here takes a big old, the closest person she's gonna take a swing at Gemini.
Our cat. Oh no.
I
Not
know.
my kitty.
How dare.
Don't
How
touch my
dare-
kitty. Consent is sexy. Remember, everyone.
God.
Yes.
And here, I'm just gonna roll a d20.
Cat has a point. You may not need me to dodge. I'm a fire genasi after all. Probably won't hurt me that bad. It would, though. It really
I
would. Don't do
mean,
it.
no, I don't want to kill you right now.
I have resistance, not immunity.
Exactly. I would like to not murder you right now.
Not yet.
So,
Not yet. Not like this.
Nice.
So the guard takes a big swing at Gemini, and Gemini just kind of moves out of the way, just like dexterously, like suddenly, like pounces to the side and goes to swipe back at the guard, but misses as well. So they're just kind of slapping at each other. And the other guards run over, but it is a narrow passage. They can't really get in there, except one is going to be able to get to Eden from here, and take a swipe at you. Hey, bestie.
Yeah?
Does a 20 hit?
Yeah?
Shut the fuck up and roll damage.
Level 1, does a 20 hit? I don't know.
Yeah?
Great. Okay, it's not that bad. You take 6 piercing damage.
Oh my god.
Not that bad.
Okay, yeah, no, I have like 3 hit points left.
We so squishy.
Yeah, you take 6 piercing damage.
Ow!
And you just hear, get back in your cell. Listen, y'all, these paladins are higher level than them. They can do a lot. Y'all heard about these things called paladins? Anyway, everybody getting fucking mad at me like they don't have smite, but they do. But anyway, they're not trying to murder you. Okay. They're trying to do non-lethal stabbing damage. That old chestnut. I 100% agree. Levels, it's like D&D is such a wild game because it goes from being survival horror to being a god like within like a few months. It's
pretty much.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. I know it's
If I make it.
amazing. I absolutely love it. Okay, but now it is your turn, Eden and Titus, to act together. So do you want to narrate this or do you want me to?
I mean,
I hear your call and I lean back against the wall, but keeping my hand up so I'm not stopping what I'm doing. But I give you a clear view.
I would like to like then hit like right where the stone kind of seems to be like, you know, the hottest. And I would like to just send the firebolt over there in that area.
Amazing. So you do this and you just watch as these flames, like they are just start kind of going like around the bars, and the bars seem to mend, and then they are weakened. You see them glowing, and Titus, you see the flames almost seem to waver in front of you, and for just a second, you hear that whisper. And before you can lean in to hear it, before you can even give it your full attention, try to decipher what it's saying, behind your shoulder, poof, the firebolt comes in, and those weakened bars give out and are blown outwards, and there is now a hole in the wall. And that's about when Arcadia just like Michelin Man's into the room over here with 100 bags.
This is what I pictured actually, is that she's gonna go back out the way she came.
Okay. The front door?
She's gonna go out the front door. Which is where I'm imagining she would then maybe like hear the commotion of them busting through the door from the other side. And she's going to look to the original paladin who gave her a ride.
Yeah, he's been waiting.
He's been waiting. Yes.
It's like, so like
she's gonna say, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna need to borrow your carriage, darling. She doesn't wait for a response.
No.
She jumps in front of it, or like she jumps like behind the reins. And then she gives him a sending stone and says, "Here's my number."
Oh, okay. You are robbing me right now. Okay.
Eden, are you coming?
I love this so much.
Titus, you are the first at the window. Actually, I'm gonna get everyone to give me a dex roll to see.
Okay.
You are gonna be able to get out this window. This is for speed and efficacy.
Since I'm first one there, do I get an advantage? Since I'm right next to the hole?
No, you just get to go first.
That's what she said. That's
Dirty
okay.
20.
Didn't need it. Oh, I didn't push it to the channel. Damn it. Hold on. I do have to enable this again.
What'd you get?
It said 22, but I want you to see it, so I'm gonna do it again.
I believe you. Okay, a 22. Wait, hold on. How do you like?
Because I have plus
Cirque
3
du Soleil
dexterity.
tumble out of this like how tell me what happened.
So what happens is the firewall blasts through, and I look down at the rubble, a little miffed that my illusion was disturbed, but then look back at Eden and I'm like, it was very powerful. And then I like kind of like, have you guys seen The Princess Bride where they're standing at the window and he's standing at the window and he just kind of decides to just fall out the window, all charm and smooth. Like, all right, let's go, guys. And I dip out because I heard Arcadia calling. Well, okay, that must be, she's got to have my effects. So, all right, let's go. And I just dip out and I smooth roll out and jump right up onto the carriage.
Amazing.
Oh, who are you?
Eden, you had an excellent roll as well. How do you get out of here?
I actually, because I believe that this would be my turn anyway, I would like to shocking grasp the paladin that is in my melee range because I can't take an attack of opportunity right now.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try it.
Go for it.
23.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. I mean, 2
2 damage,
thunder.
but she was not expecting it. You got to remember, this has been magic suppressed area. So again, bamboozled once more. This is also
And
not the
they
same paladin who was bamboozled previously.
They can't get a reaction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So she goes like, and just kind of like jumps backwards. And Gemini looks to you. She's like, get out of here. I cover you.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna use my 30 feet to just sprint and like do a little like almost like dive and pirouette at the end with the 20 that I got.
And you see Titus waiting with Arcadia, laden with bags, on a beautiful chariot. It is a large chariot. It is not a chariot designed to hold 6 people or 5 people or whatever, but that's okay. You can fit. It's just cozy.
Fire genasies are medium or small, and I'm kind of, I would say I'm large for a fire genasi, but I'm not very big.
Cozy. And a moment later, you just see poor Kai has got like a bustle on her dress. And so it's like, she's like kind of getting stuck. She's like, oh God, every time. Okay, all right. And manages to get out. And then you don't hear or even see Gemini kind of come out, but you do see as she's a getaway. Well, color me impressed. Hold still for a second. And you hear the clanging of guards. They're like, no, don't go out the window. Go around. What the hell? And she is going to cast Pass Without Trace on all of you. And so, as the chariot takes off into the night, it leaves no trail and has no sound as your wheels hit the cobblestone. And the solstice has finally ended. The night is done, and you see dawn on the horizon as you careen through the city of Oxvale, fugitives on your first mission for the Alphabet Mafia.
Let's go. What a beautifully executed plan, you guys.
What a perfect plan that went off without a hitch. Holy fuck, this has been so much fun, y'all. We are now going to raid over into the after party. So if you're like hype as I am and want to keep talking about D&D for a little bit, we're going to go hang out on Fenice's channel and just chat, I've decided instead of golden buzzer, we're going to do spotlights because I like it better and do that. But please remember, exclamation players, check out the players, and we are going to be back next week, same time, same place, for episode 2 of Be Gay, Do Crime.
We got a mission, a revenge mission.
Yes. And yes, if you missed anything, I'm going to post the VOD on the YouTube channel. That'll be sort of edited so you won't have quite as many glitches. I'm not saying it's going to be well edited. I'm saying I'm going to do something, okay? And we will you'll be able to catch up there. There are also one-shots there that take place in the same world and are canon. So, all right, friends. It's been a blast. Let's go!